What's up, guys? I'm doing a brake job on my 2014 S5. As you can see, the OE pads do come with an electronic wear sensor that hooks up to the driver's side inner pad. This is the piston side. The wire seems to be intact, but for some reason the wear sensor never went off, and I just realized how far down the pad I went. I mean, that's pretty much, I don't know if you guys can see it. It is pretty worn down. Let's put some light on it. You can see there isn't a lot of lining left. That's not supposed to happen. It's not safe. You can see these holes here. That's where the lining goes into the pad for extra grip of the brake lining itself. But as you can see, there's cracks that have already developed, which is not the safest way to operate. That's on the passenger side. On the driver's side, there is a bit more meat left, but you can see there is some uneven wear. The driver's side has more meat left on it, but still, the sensor should have worked. The wire seems to be intact, like I said. So let's open up the new OE pads that I have here and see why it all went wrong. Today's a really cold day for a brake job, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of snow coming down today. Anyways, let's open this up. Let's see what we got. It's a little hard to do this with one hand. Let's see if I can get it. So I'm buying OE pads, as you can see. There's the part number for 2014 Audi S5. I'm sure there's other cars that have other models of the Audis that have the same ones. Anyways, I usually use OE for my pads because the OE pads have better critical tolerances than the aftermarket ones. It is a 2014, so I'd rather stick with the OE pads. At some point, I'm sure I'm gonna go to aftermarket. These cost $250 plus tax from the dealer, whereas an okay aftermarket will go for about $100 less. But it's not guaranteed that it comes with the electronic wear sensor, as you can see here. Let's see. So that's the driver's side electronic wear sensor as a replacement. Well, that's nice to give you the caliper bolts as well. I'm guessing they're stretch bolts, so you have to replace them every time you take them off, which is good. The noise dampening shim in the back here, you have to make sure you take this sticky film off, because when it goes on the caliper, there is some glue on the back side of this that makes sure it stays intact. That metal pin there, part of the backing plate, also ensures that it's in the right position. So I'm not really sure why the electronic wear sensor didn't work. As you can see, look how much meat there is here compared to this guy here. Again, it should have gone off. This is really weird. So I'm gonna have to make a call to the Audi dealer and see why. See what happened there. Look at the difference. That is almost down right to the plate. Very unsafe. Look how much meat this one has. So anyways, I'm gonna put these back on. I'm not doing a video of how to do a brake pad change. There's a lot of videos on YouTube on that. I just wanted to see and show. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that had the same issue and had the same questions. Didn't really have an answer, but it does happen, it looks like. So it's better, it's a good practice to keep a visual check once in a while on your pads. You can see it through your rims anyways, just to see if there's enough meat left on it or not. Anyways, hope this helps.